Oh yeah, you're learning today. You and Donald Duck are gonna try to read some books together. That's a euphemism for him and Donald are gonna look lovingly at each other.
Oh no.
Just fuck already.
Just fuck already.
Would I fuck a duck?
Every time I see two men in very close range in movies, I go, kiss. Because they need to. It's sexual tension.
I do the same thing with girls.
I know you do, Hector, but it's honest. It's way more interesting if like we look at the men and say, "Do it."
Just do it. That's what you need to do, honestly.
That's not me, though. I'm sorry.
No, I know,
That's
but Hector, we're trying to break the ice on double standards. We're trying to equalize everything.
Good on you guys.
Good on you guys.
It's not gonna work on me.
But it's not. It's
You
not
know,
like
Hector, that sounds strangely like fascist talk. I don't know.
Sometimes jumping into the sun is just not enough.
Oh man.
We're starting.
Jumping
I'm
into the
done
sun.
with you, both of you.
Fucking great. Right out the gate, we're just already starting with a chuckle, which is delightful because sometimes we don't always get to just start with a laugh.
That's
Sometimes
true.
we just can't laugh anymore.
I mean, that's
Like me.
When
Like me. There's no laughter in me. There's only pain.
like I would have to say that if you live without laughter, that you're essentially the Walking Dead. What drives
wow.
you in life now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, because laughter entices joy, which entices big emotions. It's like you gotta work that emotional muscle, right? You gotta get them sick gains, bruh, as the gym rats all like to say.
Sick games.
I saw this tweet where it was like, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. So frown every day, get ripped.
Gotta keep that frown.
That's how people do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I've already started.
You've already started. What do you mean you've already started? Oh, you're frowning right now, is what you're saying, because I can't actually see you. You're saying you're trying to get ahead of the curve and you're frowning right now.
I really can't wait for COVID to end so we can just frickin' do this live.
Yeah, that'd be great, dude. Are you just gonna keep hitting the ceiling with your forehead? Like, is that?
I'm trying to get this book.
It looks like you're trying to do pull-ups, and instead you're actually creating the new internet challenge where you have to do a front flip and then catch the bar, pull yourself up, and then front flip again. Hashtag
What?
front flip pull-up. I don't know. What?
There you go, people. You heard it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, we gotta get this. We gotta get this trending right now to go viral,
Right
and
now.
then the world's our oyster at that point.
You barely believe in trending things. You're just like, oh look, this is a good thing now.
What do you mean? I barely
So-
believe in trending things. Trending things literally happen because of like flukes.
Right, but you don't care for them.
It's
That's
not
all
that
I'm
I
saying.
care for them. It's just that I don't try to like roll the dice on them because it's like literally anything I put on the internet could get found, and then next thing you know, I'm trending, and it's like, what the? Ow!
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'd be like, oh, what the fuck? It doesn't matter. It's not cool.
That's
Honestly,
part
have
of
you-
why
I
think
I
it's
tweet.
cool.
Sometimes I just want to trend. I know it won't happen,
Yeah,
but I hope
sometimes
that
you-
one tweet.
Dude, I just need that
Yeah,
one.
same.
Just need that one
Same.
tweet.
That one tweet.
I have a lot of friends that just don't care, and I'm just like,
I would say. So, have you ever watched the YouTube series "Life After the Meme" or something like that? It's like, where are they now?
No.
And they talk about like what they were doing, like those people that are in the meme photos or like the meme gifs or whatever, and they're just like, this is what I was doing, this is what that scene was, or this is like where I was. You know that kid that's like wearing the green shirt and he's got the hand in the air and he's like very proud. I'm blanking on his name. This is how
put it up just in case people need to put that step on that and send me the GIF. I'll put it up.
Put a gif up on that, he said. It's but basically there was a whole video of that kid when he was like a baby, or not video, it was like here he was when he was about to eat like a fistful of sand, and his mom just captured the video or captured the shot, and next thing you know she put it up on the internet, like where you save your photos or whatever, and then somehow it just started trending as like
Is it the Y father?
No. It's like God, like it's one of those memes that when you see it, you're gonna go, "Oh, that one."
Is it like a face of triumph, sort of?
Kind of. It's like he's so happy, like he's just like the Triumph Kid or something like that.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
I think I know which one you're talking about, where he has like his fist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So what people don't know or realize is that the kid's actually holding a fistful of sand. And he was actually in the process of eating the sand. He thinks, he doesn't know he was a baby, you know? He was just like, I was probably about to eat that fistful of sand. He's like 18 now and like on his way to college or whatever.
That's funny.
But like his mom and dad were talking about like, yeah, he became this meme, but I guess in the beginning of him being a meme, it was like usually like those stories are always like, oh, people are using my photo to like tell really fucked up memes or whatever, you know, and you're just like, oh, what the hell are you doing? And the mom was like, there's nothing I can do. Like, I can't take his photo off the internet at this point. It's too late. The world has access to my son now. Oh my God. Right. But then one of the things that she said noticed sometime later was they were using his photo for like moments of triumph and feeling good about yourself. She's like, oh, this is much better. I didn't realize you could do this sort of thing. Eventually his dad got sick, from what I understand, and so his mom was hesitant to even try to like put a GoFundMe together and use her son as like the door into doing that or whatever. So she kind of she did it anyway. She's like, hey, his dad's feeling sick. Like within the week, they got like well over what they needed for the guy's medical bill, because they were like, yes, your son's photo supports me, and I look at it every day when I wake up, or if I'm need some inspiration or whatever. Like that's like one of those touching moments. I'm just saying Hector wants to be the next trendy guy that like inspires somebody.
I want it to happen accidentally, and I think it'd be really cool.
Well, honestly,
but also if I'm trying to do something,
it never works.
And it just happens.
It never works when you try to make it happen. It just has to happen.
No, like right now. Look, so like right now, we're doing a YouTube channel. If it gets big because I actually went out and tried it, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I want. But not like a meme. Like if it's a meme, if it happens randomly, I'll be cool with it.
I mean, like,
if I found out that I became a meme, I might be a little happy, because that means
we made you a meme a few times.
That means I've made memes of Hector before, but like he has not entered into the zeitgeist yet. You know, like if I hit meme status and then I'm suddenly a part of like internet zeitgeist, then hoo-ha, I am.
Jay, I've actually ran across the meme we made of you doing the Yamcha on the floor thing.
Where?
I think it was on. It was just randomly on Facebook, but it wasn't like from someone I knew.
Really?
Huh? Yeah.
That's fucking great. But basically, the goal is become part of the zeitgeist. Hashtag zeitgeist.
This whole episode is just going to be hashtags.
This is the hashtag episode. Hashtag.
Hashtag dead inside.
Hashtag dead inside.
Hector, do you need Winston to come out and tell you, hey man, that's heavy, we're going to sing about songs about love? That what you're after?
Nick, I see you, and I love you.
That was so sweet.
It was.
I've said that to Hector before. Like, I mean, to be fair, I know that I accidentally triggered him at Disneyland, and then I had to make a fool of myself in a crowd of people to get me there. But it still happens.
Yeah.
It still happens.
God, that's my favorite part of that whole journey. Was just he's so frowny.
Turning it back on me.
You know, he was just so frowny because of that like misunderstanding, and then it was like I have only one opportunity.
I was really playing it off like I was really upset.
I know, I'm sure you were, but it was just like this incredible moment of like, all right, Jay, you're gonna have to one-up him and make him feel more embarrassed than normal. I'm going to publicly.
It's the only way.
I'm going to bring him to the eyes of the public and see what happens. And sure enough, it woke him up out of whatever funk he was in, and he was like, I cannot believe.
No, I need you to understand there was no funk. It was just a moment where I was like, I'm going to just play this off.
Oh, that's the story now, though.
Like I'm upset.
Were you actually playing it off, or were you really upset?
No, I was playing it off. Why would I be upset about something that I told him to do? He did it. I was like, yeah, that's fucked up that you said that. But, I mean, it's not.
I think what made that moment more cringier was that, like, the group that we were with were all kind of suddenly very uncomfortable for, like, a good moment. Where they were like, hey, let's try to find anything to, like, take our mind off of this now very uncomfortable situation.
Yeah.
I forget that people don't understand that. I don't really think about me being alone forever every day of my life, and it doesn't cripple me. It really doesn't.
You know, Hector,
it makes me sad.
It's interesting that you bring that up today because I just happened to find your journal, and it says right here.
I don't have a journal.
Right, because I have it. So anyway,
whose journal is it?
Because, like, obviously you don't have it. It's in my possession. It says
I don't have it.
It says right here, dude. It's got the Kingdom Heart logo on it. It's got your handwriting all over it. It's clearly your.
You are obviously on crack. Because that's not true.
Hector, let's look at the facts here, right? You're mad in love with Kingdom Hearts. You and I both know that our handwriting is not the best, and you need a place to sometimes keep your thoughts.
My handwriting is better than your handwriting.
Right. I said...
mine is comprehensible.
I have admitted to you, to the public, again, that I have terrible handwriting. But, you know, here we are, talking about data entries by Hector. It's mostly just a bunch of ones and zeros. You can elaborate?
He's a robot.
He's secretly Bender.
Do I need constant firmware updates due to the burns you do on me? Constantly.
You saying that you need to create the best firewall to protect you from me?
There's no firewall protecting me from the virus that is you.
Wow.
He's going for that deep cut today, apparently.
I told you, we're going to play baseball today? I'm playing softball, right?
Play softball.
But softball is not as hard as baseball. Do you know that? Do you know?
I said we're not playing softball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're playing baseball.
Okay. I 100% thought, we're playing baseball today. Well, I'm playing softball. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I fucking... That's
We're
going the other direction.
Two separate games, buddy.
Like, vastly.
We're two different games. I'm even going to listen to you.
God damn, dude. I mean...
Savannah, I saw your video.
Yeah!
Detroit
Inhuman, or Inhuman Detroit, right?
Inhuman.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
it's Detroit.
And all I have to say is, you beat me to it because I wanted to play that game.
Ah, man.
And
beat
now
me
I can't
by
play. No, I'm still going to play it because there's different story paths.
Beat me
That's
by
very true.
that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to eventually play it. We'll just have like a different path.
Yeah.
Because I saw some people online play it where the guy in the very beginning, like the cop robot, he dies.
That's what I've usually gotten before. So my episode, I was really excited. Like, that was genuine, like, shock and sadness that Daniel, spoilers, anyone, that Daniel, spoilers, that Daniel dies is because, like, all of the times that I played, Connor and Daniel have died, or only, like, it's been a variety of them. Or it's mostly that Connor has also died in this. And so the one time that, like, I feel like I accomplished what I was supposed to accomplish, which was to rescue the child and live, they killed Daniel. And I was just like, no.
Hashtag Daniel no.
Hashtag Daniel no.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. I'm really excited to, like, play it differently. Like, I've been recording and I've been nervous, and like me playing nervous makes me play differently. So I think that's gonna help me in like getting different results
in the long
run
than what I would.
I see that a lot with like doing other games.
Yeah,
because it's just anything can happen, especially if you haven't played the game. Sometimes you have to sacrifice commentary, but you never know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
It's always a gamble.
It's always a gamble, especially when there's
been really
so
fun.
much like room for like different outcomes in this game, especially. It's great.
Hashtag gambling and different outcomes.
Yeah.
We gotta get the gamble hashtag trending.
Hashtag gamble. Hashtag
Just
gamble your life
Hashtag
away.
gamble your life away.
Yeah, you beat me by that much. I was about to say that, and he got me. He got right ahead of me on that. This kid. This
Great
guy.
minds.
Great minds think similarly, maybe alike. Maybe
Maybe alike?
maybe in
alike.
contrast with each other. Who knows?
Something like that.
It's like when the lion meets the bear for the first time, right?
All weekend.
I'm sorry, what?
I've been watching. I don't know, something about the bear. I tune them out after a certain amount of time.
Wow, Hector, Hector, that sounds awfully fascist.
Okay, people don't know. Before this episode started, Jason called me a fascist, and I'm hurt because I don't know the definition. Savannah said it was kind of like a Nazi, and now that I have to feel like I'm a Nazi, and I feel
It's
bad.
not true. I mean, it's like with playing cards, right? Like a Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Diamonds are similar, but they're not the same,
They're not
right?
the
Like
same,
that's
right.
the same kind of idea. They're not.
You called me a Nazi.
I didn't know
No,
such
no one
thing.
called you a Nazi. You were like,
No, it's
what's a
a-
You're a
fascist?
fascist.
So, like, the easiest thing that you
Damn
can
it.
think of when you hear fascist is Nazi.
Because they're like the strongest, I guess, image you can go like, what does that
Yeah.
look like? Think these guys. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah. So, no, you're not a
It's
Nazi,
it's like
but
when,
you are a
it's like when
fascist.
that
Hashtag
one-
Hector's a fascist.
Hashtag Hector's a fascist. Make it trending, guys.
Make it
Go ahead and do it.
trending.
If that becomes trending, I will
my
kill
God.
Jason live for everyone to see.
Well, because then suddenly that means via the public, they only know how to associate you as Hector the fascist.
Yeah,
Oh, God. We're
and
gonna
I
have,
will have all rights to kill you.
I mean, basically,
of
we're gonna have to
everybody.
get like a powerful color to become like your banner with like a singular self-identifying symbol, right? And then
It'll be black and red.
like the Nazis. I was I was actually trying to go the other direction, but Hector circled right back to those.
Kill me.
I mean, I think at this point I am socially obligated to kill you.
No.
Like the Nazis? Hello? Man, history
Damn it,
surely
Jason.
I
does
was
repeat
trying
itself.
to go away from them, and you're the one who.
I was trying not. Not everything has to be associated. Colors can't be associated by Nazis.
I know they can't, but they
But
definitely
they are a
have.
fascist party.
But yeah, it's like in
I'm
Monopoly.
not a fascist.
Nobody's-
I love everybody equally.
That's what a fascist would say. No, I'm totally kidding.
That's exactly
They
what
would
that
never.
was.
They would never. They would never.
Oh my God.
What the heck is
Dead
that?
inside.
I was
The birds.
the
That looks
birds.
like a Pokemon.
They look kind of does, right? Like a little dragon.
They look like the Byakuya from Lovecraft.
Are you watching Lovecraft County yet?
No, I gotta get Hector's HBO Go blah blah, and then I can start to watch it.
I
But
think
I forgot to give that to you.
if you have Amazon and you have HBO, then it's on there. I found, so I'm like paying an extra $12 for no reason.
tragically, well, so Amazon and Hulu both have the same kind of idea where it's like you can pay additional premium prices to get like the HBO channel or Stars or Showtime or those
Yeah.
other like primetime drama TV outlets, because those guys are aware that cable is dying, and so they're
Right.
like, how we can like try to get in good with the streamers is we work out a deal where those streamers have to pay the streaming services a little extra money. That way we get a portion of it, and then everybody on the money side of things is happy. While
Right.
laymen such as myself and you and Hector, who are just trying to watch our TV, suddenly have to pay hundreds of dollars just to be entertained suddenly.
Right.
Or all of us just share our logins and coordinate times to watch.
You say that sort of like divorced parents are trying to coordinate when to see
Drop
the
off their
Television is,
kids.
Jason.
Yeah, it's like, all right.
That's what television is now, Jason. Divorce.
No, based on
All
your
of it made me sad.
dialogue. But yeah, it made me sad in a moment too. But based on your dialogue choice there, you are making it seem like television is our children. So Hector, you get the
Yes,
kid. You get
we
the
created them.
You get the kids on Sunday and Monday. Savannah gets Saturday, Friday, and I'll get them in the middle of the week, and we're calling them.
You don't care about the kids. Why do you get to see them?
You don't care about the kids.
Because I do love the children. I watch all of the anime that they work on. What are you talking about?
You hate the children.
I hate.
You told me.
I
He
told
hates
you.
all the
I
children.
fell not to go backwards.
I mean, not to come full circle again, but that almost
Oh.
sounds like some fascist propaganda. Like try to alienate
Gosh.
Jason
Oh.
from the competition by saying these terribly untrue things about him.
You do nothing but tell untrue things about me.
But it's all in the framing, Hector. You gotta think about the canvas you're working with. Gotta get diabolical with it.
Jason's like a guy trying to teach you how to choke.
What? How do what?
Hold on. See,
No. Hashtag
I see
Jason.
where I fucked up there,
Hashtag
'cause
Jason
I
is trying to
paused.
teach you how to choke.
How to what?
Jason is like a guy trying to teach me how to choke him to death.
No, let's rewind back to Jason is a guy
No,
that's
I
trying
don't
to
want
teach
to.
you
I
how to
was
choke. No, I really think we should highlight. Could we publicize this somehow? Hashtag Jason is a choker. How do we get this to market?
Everyone's got their
Hashtag
thing.
Jason's a choker.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Are you saying I'm a serial choker? This is me from The Office, suddenly.
No, you just like being choked.
I mean,
Like just
we're not.
being stepped on.
I just want Aqua to step on me. That's.
We are getting into really uncomfortable territory.
Oh, it's gonna get so much worse. So much worse.
So Hector, what you
It'll
want to
get
do?
really awkward.
Hector, what you want to do when you're getting up to that kid to get his money is you put your hands around his trachea and then you just squeeze real tightly until he gives you the money, right?
And make sure the teachers see you.
Make sure the teacher sees you,
There's
but more
no
important.
there's no lead up. It's not like it's a slow choke build. It's just you're gonna choke him as hard as you
Just
can
put your
until he
hands
gives you the money. That's it.
Give me the money. I'm tired of you ducking me, man.
Make sure the
He's a-
teachers see you, and make sure the other kids see you getting hauled off. It'll help your street cred,
Exactly.
Yeah, it will.
because then they know
You
that.
beat up the biggest, toughest kindergartner in the playground.
Yeah, and now they know not to
prison.
mess with you.
Same thing.
Oh,
True. It's very true.
Prison, school, I mean, they got a lot of similar themes, right? You're in a caged-off facility, there's clicks, there's a bell that tells
once
you
kids
when
hit,
to
like,
get up and
when-
go to sleep. I mean,
Yeah.
some strong
Once
parallels.
kids become like middle schoolers, dude, they know how to hurt you. Like, in a way where it's true, and you're just like,
Which is why I hate working with middle schoolers.
Yeah.
Like, I
they-
generally care for all kids because they can be cool. But, like, I've worked with middle schoolers a lot, and every time, I mean, most of the time they have shocked me, but every time I'm like, please, God, please don't let me work with middle schoolers. I hate them so much. They're so awful. They're awful kids.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before, where, like, in the olden days, there was, like, two schools, right? There was primary school and elementary school, which was one, like, kindergarten through 6th grade. Mm-hmm. Then the 7th graders were hanging out with the high school.
Yeah.
And you were from 7 to 12, and it's like, you're just closer in age group to, like, the freshman than you are, like, say, the 6th grader. And so it's like, it makes more economic sense if we just abolish the middle schools and get those kids back into hanging out with the teenagers, because then it's like, it'll imprint with them that, hey, this is how the older teenagers behave.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try to behave more like the adults.
Right. Because they're not as awful.
even high schoolers are kind of bad examples.
Well,
as
so
well.
you figure that, like, a lot of that is because the middle schoolers all eventually became high schoolers, and they just brought with them their bad habits, and that has just stayed there. So maybe if we change it up, maybe.
Well, high schoolers are dicks too.
Again, because like since the 80s, the middle schoolers that were in middle school went to high school and then taught all the people in high school how to behave like a bad person. And now we're just flooded by year after year of high schoolers behaving terrible.
Garbage people. I just feel like I can relate more with high schoolers than
I think
middle
because
schoolers.
like we're all adults now, and those teenagers are like trying to look at like, okay, what am I trying to be?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just trying to be a good role model for you.
Right.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Middle schoolers are like, I can never die.
I'm just this bundle of energy, and I have nowhere to like shoot it except at myself and other people.
Yeah.
Just terrible.
It seems like you're about to be fighting in this thing.
That does look like a boss fight.
Yes and no. It's not a boss fight.
I mean, you can understand why Savannah and I thought that this was a boss encounter.
No, I completely agree.
Like, everything about what you're standing on screams boss encounter.
Right.
I agree, but it's...
It's not.
Everyone will be fine. Everyone's going to be okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything is not fine. Everything is on fire. Hector is not using the choke.
No, everything's not on fire anymore, which is...
Dude, you know that next Sunday it's going to be 100 degrees again? Like, I think next Saturday through Tuesday we're looking at like 100 plus degree weather again. Like,
that's great.
We just can't catch a break. It's like August was like, all right, here's 100 degrees worth of temperatures. Now California's on fire forever. And then it started to like go down. Then the hot wind and the temperatures came back, and then more things were on fire. And then it's like, all right, maybe we've got a break. And then September's like, no, here, have a couple more 100 degrees worth of weather.
Right. I just saw a tweet where it was like, September started 6 days ago.
Yeah.
Because it really felt like that.
Right? Like, September has always been one of those months where I blink and then it's just gone.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, we just had my dad's birthday. My cousin, her birthday's today. And then that all felt like it was just like within the scope of 2 days. And then you look at the calendar and it's like, no, today is the 22nd. You're like, but it just started.
Right.
What happened? Although, if we're lucky, we can just hurry up and cruise out of 2020 and on to something else for the love of God.
You know, I hate to break it to you, but I really don't think our situation is going to get better by 2021.
I think my favorite meme of the year so far was when someone is like, man, 2020 is going to be the worst of it, and then 2021 just like does the crack beer sound and just say, here, hold this.
No!
Here, just you go ahead and hold this. I'll show you what a bad year looks. Oh God, 2020.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I see a lot of memes like that. Like everyone at New Year's, it's almost time. It's almost midnight.
Like, the
and
best one was when it's
12:60. What?
Or it goes 2020, 2020.
Yeah, it just says it's 12:59 at 21 at for December 31st, 2020. Yeah. And then it just goes right back to January 1st, 2020.
Yeah.
And you're like, no!
Yeah.
What if 2020 was a Groundhog year? Not a Groundhog Day, but just a Groundhog year. You have to live the whole year. Then it goes right
back. We have to figure out how to get out of it.
I'm really not. Okay, let's talk about Groundhog's Day / time travel. Because... time travel in particular never fully made sense to me, because there's a sense of going back in time. Let's take, I don't know, I don't want to use Back to the Future because I haven't watched that enough, but like Doctor Who. The Doctor goes back in time, goes forward in time, and he's changing all these things, or he's doing all these things to help history move forward, right? Who's to say that he doesn't get stuck in that loop? Do people get stuck in the loop of time travel?
So, I mean, depending on who you talk to, on certain, I guess, chrono theory might be the term for that. I'm pulling that out of thin air. Hashtag chrono theory if it's not a thing. We're get that trending right now. But basically, there are many schools of thought that say that is probably what is happening. If you actually want a show that really tackles that, there's a series on Netflix called Dark. It's a German TV series, but it's essentially about a group of people who figure out that there's a rip in the space-time continuum. They go back in time, and then it becomes this really like unfortunate adventure of killing young family members to prevent these things, but then it turns out they started these events and yada. So it's like, if you want a really good example of loop theory with time, Dark on Netflix is up your alley to really kind of paint that pretty well.
Yeah, because it never makes sense. Like, I love the thought of time travel, but like, as soon as you enter that whole sphere, you're stuck. Because who's to say that you don't go back and do the same thing again because of whatever reason?
There are some schools of thought, I think, that say that just because you've gone backwards in time, maybe it's not necessarily your timeline. So the fact that you went back and did a thing may not even affect you when you get back to wherever you're going.
That's the Avengers timeline idea.
Well, I mean, that's a borrowed idea that they used also.
Well, I'm going to use Avengers timeline thing, where
that's fine.
You take one thing, it doesn't mean your dimension where you came from has been erased. This means that you are now on another dimension.
Hashtag Hector wants to be Captain America. Bad.
Little bit. Little bit.
Hector, you just want to have
Thor.
You just want
or the Hulk.
You just want America's ass. You just go ahead and admit that.
I mean, who doesn't? To be honest,
I'll be Hawkeye.
You want Hawkeye's ass?
I'll
you mean
be
hot
Hawkeye
guy? Because that's definitely his name.
Oh,
They did that on purpose.
Hashtag Jeremy Rayner thirst tweets. Where are you? I'm just saying.
So good.
I would just watch Jeremy Rayner walk around without a shirt on. Just saying.
Same.
We talked about Tag. I saw him last at Tag.
Oh yeah, Tag.
Tag is such a good movie.
Loved it.
Honestly, it's just Jake Johnson being Nick Miller once again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anything he does is kind of just Nick Miller doing that kind of.
I'm convinced Jake Johnson is actually Nick Miller. They auditioned him, and he was like, they didn't have any plan for a Nick Miller character, but then Jake Johnson walked in as himself, and they were like, okay. I need you to be in my show all of a sudden. He actually shows some pretty good acting range in there's a movie where he works at a brewery. Safety Not Guaranteed?
Yeah, that's Safety Not Guaranteed was really good. There was a movie, I think, where he was a brew maker, like a beer maker. That was pretty good. He's Peter Parker in Into the Spider-Verse, and that actually is like a real breakaway from what from his role as Nick Miller. We were actually having a conversation once the other day about who made the best Peter Parker in cinema. You know, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. And then my brother was like, I could make an argument for Jake Johnson. Like,
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Like, he taught Miles how to do some shit, you know, like, he was he was a great Peter Parker. Like what I loved about him is he was a haggard, tired Peter Parker, and it's like...
Let's do this one more time.
Yeah.
Such a good movie, and I love it. I can't wait for number 2.
Oh, yeah. Into the Spider-Verse 2, I think next year we're looking at.
2022 is what I heard.
I heard 2021, but you know what? But all I can care about in this, like, bleak ass shit of a year is that I will eventually get access to Into the Spider-Verse. And
well, unless we all die.
Well, that's any day. That's any day. I could walk out of this house tomorrow and get hit by a maniac.
More these days than 10 years ago.
Well, I mean, like, the fear of getting hit by a runaway driver has always been there. Yeah, I mean,
we're still at war.
You're like, yeah, technically, I think there's still things happening. I think we're fighting Syria now. I
No
don't
clue.
know.
I
Like
literally
you
don't
turn
know.
the news on and you're just like, who are the troops fighting now?
Yeah. This seems unfair. She's
Oh,
just standing there, and at one point, it looks like you whacked the shit out of her head.
It gets worse.
Honestly, Maleficent is like such the bad bitch that she's getting hit by a steel pipe and is like,
Yeah.
I feel that. What else have you got? She just ate you.
See?
She just straight up picked you up and then devoured you. Like,
You felt bad for her.
That's
This happened.
we're actually
Yeah.
out of time before you start this boss fight.
That's too late.
You have. Okay. All right. You're gonna just let that play out until you're there, huh? All right.
No, I never.
You
Never.
You knew what you were doing all along, didn't you?
you knew.
I knew.
I knew you knew what you were doing.
I hate these things.
And what things are those again?
Just because they're shield. They're called defenders.
Ah. Well then.
Because they're freaking shields.
So Hector, I don't know if you remember the technique I taught you, but get your hands around the child's throat and choke him until he gives you the money. Just have at it. Take
I
his.
Yeah,
never
see.
understood what the shamrocks were for. Whenever he
Yeah,
healed
what the
himself.
hell is that about, dude? Like, have you got an explanation for that?
Which ones?
Like, you hit
When he
some
heals
bad
himself.
guys, and it's like shamrocks. I like.
This?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, is that Cure?
That's how Cure is, yeah.
Cure is just a bunch of
I've-
shamrocks.
Never known
Cura.
it to do that.
Also, Cure is like leaves, Cura is shamrocks, Curaga is a flower.
Okay.
Are you telling me that the only way to cure yourself is with like some sort of like hippie movement?
Leaves? Yes.
Like you just need to wear a crown of flowers and then you get healed like that? Is that what you're telling me? Are you about to just murder Maleficent, dude? You went up there?
Yeah, luckily there's a save point right here. Because we're about to fight her second form.
Oh,
Yeah.
this isn't even her final form kind of thing. I got you.
No. You've seen the movies. You know, we all know what she becomes.
Yeah, a lizard, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a
something like that.
She's the crocodile in
The
Peter
great-
Pan, right?
South American
You don't even know.
Komodo dragon.
Komodo dragons are not in South America.
And next time on NobodyPlays
You
Gaming.
son of a bitch. He's just gonna leave false information floating around online and he's like, I'm out. Peace, bitch.
Hashtag
Peace.
Komodo dragons from South America.
Hashtag South American Komodo dragons.
And Komodo dragons. Make it trending. I want pictures and fan art.
I want pictures and fan art, he
Pictures and
said,
fan art. I'd love to see that.
of
That'd be
South
amazing.
American Komodo dragons. Like, if
Yes.
there's not a Komodo dragon that's like doing a shot of cachaça at a Brazilian bar, then I don't, you know, what are we doing with our time? What even is our life right now?
Why are you wasting my frickin' time?
Fucking time right now.
Get on it.
Get on it, Twitter. Hashtag get on it, Twitter.
That's probably is a hashtag.
There's
Hashtag
too
get
many
on
to keep
it.
track of.
Get on it, Twitter.
Like, there's just so many to keep track of now.
The next fight's gonna be hard.
You're gonna be fine, dude. You got this. Is it gonna take a whole episode, though? Is it gonna take 2 whole episodes?
I don't have Bambi.
Wow, dude. Like, you're fucked.
That sucks. Because Bambi is like.
Because I have him right here. Yeah, it's one of these. I think it's this one. Or this one. Yeah. Next time on NobodyPlays Gaming, I might have Bambi.
If we're lucky.
And Mushu.
If we're lucky.
Alright, bye!
Goodbye.
Bye, you bastard.